Wow, today is the day. Today is the day. Well, I guess the last few days have been the days. So my house is empty besides my plants and an air mattress and 2 suitcases, which is so crazy because I'm moving to Columbia, Missouri in 2 days. So really exciting, really scary. It's time to pack up my plants and at least try to configure the plants and how I'm going to pack them. If you didn't know, if you're new here, well, first of all, my name is Becca. Hi. And this is my channel all about houseplants. We do lots of fun stuff together. Consider subscribing if you're new. I have probably 100 to 150 plants. I've kind of lost count at this point, but probably after this move, I will have a much better idea of how many I have. I do not want to pare down my collection to like the 20 plants I can fit in my car. So I'm going to be packing all my plants into a little U-Haul, probably like a 5x8. I have a bunch of black crates that my friend Adam gave to me. They're stackable crates, and I'm going to put a lot of plants in those and just stack them in. I will be carting the more sensitive plants in my car, which I will move from my car to our hotels when we stay overnight because it is going to take us 3 days to drive there. My collection is mostly made up of a lot of really easy plants, and I do have a small collection of anthurium, and most of which live in that greenhouse right there. So that greenhouse is basically full of my more sensitive plants or plants that are rehabbing or propagating. So that will be the last thing I tackle. But on the whole, my collection is made up of a lot of bigger plants. So that's why we did the U-Haul. And I also have a lot of plant supplies like plant pots, plant moss poles, like all of these things. And I'm just thinking to myself, like I could sell all these things and rebuy them, or I could just take them with me. It just doesn't feel worth it to me to go through all that time selling them and taking pictures and listing and like talking to people, giving out the address. Like that just seems like a lot of work. That's why I ended up coming to that decision. Let's start packing in some of my just general houseplants that are not fussy. I'm going to pack those up now. It's currently Sunday and I'm not moving until Tuesday, but I wanted to get that done just so that I know how many of these little crates I need. If I need to go find more, I'll go do that, but I just wanted to start the process and pack some plants. So let's get into it. Okay, so these are the crates that I'm using, and Adam actually got these from a nursery, a local nursery to him when he was moving from Illinois, and he gave them to me, which is very helpful. Also should say, there's definitely an echo in here and there's nothing I can do about it because our house is absolutely empty. I saved all of my packing materials that I usually save. I didn't let the movers take it because I wanted to just use them to sort of secure the plants in here so they're not shifting around a ton, because they're all in like clay or ceramic pots and I don't want them to crash against each other and break. So that is why I've done that. But I'm just gonna go around and grab those plants that I think would be okay in here and would be the proper height. So they'd have to be like no taller than this section, and just see what happens. This is the first tray that is filled and it looks just delicious. All of this beautiful foliage. This is a spider mite nightmare, so there's a good chance that someone in here has spider mites based on my luck. So I'm going to be doing some treatment, like just some topical spraying of spider mite spray, and then also with some watering spray. What is it called? With some systemic, I'm going to be watering in with some stuff just because number one, plants are more susceptible to pests when they're under stress, and moving is a really big stressor for them. And number two, I always have spider mites. If you're familiar with my channel, you know I'm just the queen of spider mites. So anyway, that would be this full tray, and this stuff is not moving around. I thought that I would need to use more of these like air pockets, like those things right there, but I got them to be filled in like pretty nicely, and then I just put in the air pockets where I didn't have any more plants. So this is pretty much it for my smaller plant collection, other than what's in the like humidity area. I have a lot of small plants in the humidity area, which I could fill in this little space right here. Let me pull this back, which I could fill in right here later on, but for now I'm just gonna leave that. I do have a taller one, so I'm gonna do the taller one now with some bigger plants that will be okay to be in a weird situation for the time being. I'm not going to like stack them and keep these plants in the dark. I'm just going to like set them next to each other, next to a window, so it would be a similar place to where they were living, because I don't want to shock them too much because they will be in the dark for a few days. Leo is so excited. He just has been so good throughout this entire move. Like, I was kind of concerned that he would feel really anxious or start acting weird, but he's been such a good boy. Even when all the movers and everything was here, like, he was like, they're all here for me. He's doing so good. We're very thankful to have a good puppy like him, huh, Leo? Yeah, okay. Second crate, let's get after it. Huh, Leo? Let's go get the second crate. Okay, so I'm gonna take you around to the rest of my plants so you can see sort of what's going on and what I have left. So I have not packed any of the cactus outside. Obviously, those I'm a little nervous about, to be honest with you. So I have these 5 pothos that I'm using for an experiment. The experiment is now finished. My soil is now out. I actually made a houseplant soil with one, I'm using my mic as a mic. I don't know how this is gonna go. Trying to avoid the echo here, but I made a houseplant blend with a local Tucson soil company, and you can buy it on Amazon. It is linked down below, or if you're in Arizona, it is in a lot of Arizona retailers. So just a little self-plug there. But anyway, so now that that experiment is finished, I think I'm going to give some of these to my mom. She really likes pothos. She finds them simple to take care of. Leo, aren't pothos so easy? They're so easy. And then in here is really where things get crazy. These are a lot of my bigger plants. I do have some more pothos up there and pothos right there and Adansonii. So those are probably the last remaining like low plants, but the rest of these are all upright and are going to need taller areas, and they probably will not be in any sort of crate, but they'll just be freestanding and like tethered to the U-Haul in some way, like against the walls. So yeah, that's what's going on over here. I thought I would just give you like a brief overview of this. Sorry, it's so backlit. There we go. There's a little better. So that's my biggest monstera, which really needs to be repotted actually. Maybe I'll do that before I leave just to get that done. But anyway, yeah, that's what's going on in here. I thought I would just give you an update. And oh wait, my bathroom. How can I forget about the bathroom? What are you doing in the bathtub? Did you guys just see him in the tub? So all of the plants that were sitting on that windowsill right there, which was one of my favorite places for plants, they're all packed away now. And left, I have this little peperomia, which I was watering. And this, oh, I forgot about some plants in here. Whoops. Okay. Anyway, this Calathea orbifolia, which definitely will be in my car with me. It looks very thirsty. I need to water that. And then like a lot of my bigger anthurium are in here. And I'm gonna pack those similarly to the anthurium in the greenhouse. And then I have this really big syngonium and a mame, and then a sansevieria right there. So that's what's going on with all of this kind of stuff, and clearly everything is a mess, but I also have all of my plant supplies that I need to be packing. Let me just open up this cabinet so you can see what that looks like. So down here is like all my pots and pest control. In here is just plant supplies I don't use very often. More pots, sphagnum moss in that, and then just some random stuff, and then a bunch of soil stuff. So this is my soil mixture with Tank's green stuff. Again, this size is on Amazon right now. We are going to be getting the 8-quart and 16-quart sizes. They are a little bit more to ship, but the soil is worth it, I promise. It's very beautiful. Anyway, that's what I've got going on as far as my plant stuff. I would like to go through this and organize it and hopefully get the lid on it so that it's closed. That would make my life a lot easier as far as moving that crate goes. And then yeah, that's it. I just need to pack the rest of this stuff and give away a few plants. And looks like we're in the money. Huh, Leo? We're doing good. All right, so it is the day of the move, and I want to just quickly show you all of the plants in their boxes ready to go. I ended up putting a lot of my plants in these trays, but what I couldn't fit, I put in tall boxes, and I sort of left the tops up. I didn't fold it down and just taped around it so it would be extra strong. This is in where I had some plant supplies, and then also this is how I packed my greenhouse plants so that they would be super, super secure in there. And then here are my flat trays that I will be stacking. And honestly, it went pretty well. I'm pretty excited to see how this is going to go. And here they all are in the back of the U-Haul. Okay, so I'm very red-faced, but my house is empty. My amazing family helped us load the U-Haul in our cars. We had just enough room in the U-Haul. Huh, Dad? Barely. It was a little bit of a Tetris game. So yeah, we're just kind of cooling off a little bit before we have to go and leave. But it's like definitely over 100 degrees. It has to be. Let me see. It has to be. 94. It's currently 94 degrees. Imagine moving all your stuff in that. At least it's not like summer. But anyway. That's what's going on, my empty house, my family's here. Should I give it an empty apartment tour? Well, there's really not much to it. This is the apartment. Oh, I need to put this in the car. I forgot about this shelf, so it was sitting there still. My mom asked about it. It's the only reason I remembered. But yeah, lovely kitchen. I'm gonna miss this kitchen, it was very lovely. Our living room and dining room is all one big thing. My sister. Bathroom over here, bedroom 1, which was where I filmed everything with that in the background. And then our room, which I never showed because it is literally this dark all day long in here, which is great for sleeping, but terrible for filming. Leo, how are you doing with the move? But yeah, that's the update as of now. All the plants are loaded. We fit all of them in the U-Haul besides 2 boxes. So there's a box in Daniel's truck, and then like the more sensitive plants that were in my greenhouse are in my car because those are special. They need a little bit more attention, a little bit more heat sensitive. So the rest of them are out in the U-Haul, and as soon as we leave Arizona, it's gonna be like 20 times cooler. So I'm not worried about the weather at all. They'll be able to stay in there overnight. If anything, it'll be too cold for them, so. Yeah, I'll update you as we go along. All right, so we are on the road and I'm still feeling a bit misty. Like if I think about it too much, I get just a little bit emotional. And for those of you that didn't know, Tucson is my hometown. I have lived there since I was 2 years old. I've never lived anywhere else. So this is really like emotional for a lot of reasons, that being like one of the biggest ones. Yeah, it's really difficult, but we're all loaded up and ready to go. I'm driving behind Daniel because I have a heavy foot and I don't want to get too far ahead of him, so I'm going to drive behind him just to keep myself accountable here. But anyway, I'm about to get on the highway, so I need to throw this, I was going to say throw this away. I need to put the camera down because I'm going to be driving faster than 10 miles per hour, which I just was. So anyway, I have my sensitive plants in the car with me. All of my greenhouse plants and the plants in my bathroom are in the car with me so they can be more temperature controlled. I think I already said that, but anyway, that's all. Getting on the highway. I will talk to you guys later. Hi. I was not expecting to give this update, but we are about an hour away from our final destination. We stopped to get dinner with my grandparents, and now we're on the way to stay the night at my other grandparents' house, which will be it for tonight. And then tomorrow, I think we're gonna have a long day tomorrow. I think we decided we want to try to drive as much as possible tomorrow. But hot take, I just took a peek into the back of the U-Haul, and I'm really stressed right now after seeing that. Like, not happy at all. And I feel like it's nothing that we could have like done differently or changed. I don't really know. Yeah, okay, so basically one plant was like hanging. It was a hanging plant, and it was hanging on like the railing or something, and we forgot to take it down, and it fell, and it crushed like one of my entire planter boxes, like my favorite planter box with all my cacti in it. And it, yeah, like they look dead, pretty much is what I'm saying. I know they're not, and I just need to like cut them. Like, I think one of them is for sure a goner, but the other one I just need to trim it and it'll be fine. But I'm like really sad about it. I'm really upset. I'm sad because like my cactus are my babies. Like, I love my tropicals, like those ones mean a lot to me, but like the cactus that I've collected are like so special to me. So I just really hope that they'll pull through. And one of the cacti was literally beheaded, and I don't even know how that one happened. Literally no clue. So like all the tropicals are doing great, which is surprising that those are the ones that are doing great, and it's the cactus that are struggling right now. And that was only 5 hours. Like, we've only driven for 5 hours today, and tomorrow it's gonna be like 15 hours. So yeah, I'm pretty nervous about like the next 15 hours and like overnight. I don't know. They all look thirsty, and they just have to wait. You're gonna have to wait, kiddos. So anyway, they're a bit drained. I think they're probably just like in shock right now, so I shouldn't water them. But anyway, that's what's going on with my cactus. And yeah, not the most fun update, but this is realness. When you're moving across the country with 150 plus plants, and a lot of them mean a lot to you, this is normal that if something goes wrong, it is very emotional. But yeah, I'm confident that they'll all be fine. No single plant that I own is irreplaceable. It might cost a lot to replace them, but that doesn't mean that I'll never have that plant again, which I think I need to like always remind myself, but especially right now, like if something dies in this move, that's okay. It can be replaced. And yeah, so anyway, all the plants in my car look fine, by the way. Just a little update on that if you want to check that out. It's kind of good that our stuff isn't arriving when we arrive, because I will not feel guilty about not unpacking, and I can just focus on my plants for a few days. Because also when we get there, there's like a cold front, we're realizing. It's going to be really cold. So that's another reason why we don't really want to stay the night somewhere twice, because that means that they're going to be outside overnight in possibly like 40-degree weather, which would really shock them because they've all been inside in like 75. So anyway, this is just kind of like the thoughts going through my head right now as I make this move. But again, if things die, that's okay. You know, you bring a lot of plants on something like this, you have to expect that something's gonna die. Okay, so here's everything packed in here. It's the morning before, well, morning after we packed everything, and everything looks fine. Nothing even looks changed, honestly. A little thirsty, but other than that, they look great. So just want to give a little update on what's going on. We're gonna start a really long drive day today, so hopefully,
very long drive.
Hopefully it'll be okay. Let's check in. How you doing?
Cold.
It's cold right now. It's like 60 degrees, and he does not have a jacket, of course. So we're starting off at 5:30 Arizona time, 6:30. Where are we? New Mexico time, and I guess technically 7:30 in Central time. So that's what we got going on. I'm really excited. I've never driven this long before in my life. I've only ever driven like up to 8 hours. We were going to split it into 2 8-hour days, which we could do, but also, that's 2 days, and last night we slept so bad because we were both just so excited, and like the alarm went off and I was like, Daniel, and he's like, I've been awake for an hour. I'm like, okay, cool. The plants made it through the night really great. You probably saw those clips already. They looked awesome. My sensitive babies are back in the car ready to go, and that's all I have to say for now. So I will update you, I guess, along the ride if I have anything to say. We will be driving through states that I've never been to today, so I'm a little excited to see them. So we have 5-hour energy drinks, and we got pumpkin Reese's. Come on, it's fun. I've never had this before. Am I gonna want to puke?
No.
But wait, no, we're supposed to do it at the same time like a shot. You twerp? Okay, ready? Tap it. Tap it and then go. Tap it on my arm. Okay. Ugh. Ugh, it just tastes like concentrate.
Yeah, you're supposed to drink it really quick.
Ugh. How long until we see results?
Instant.
Instant results?
Instant results.
We'll see about that. I'll give you guys an update, but I don't know about instant results. Okay, so as of right now, we have 6.5 hours left. This has literally been the longest driving day of my life. I have this new angle, which I should have been using this entire time, and I'm very annoyed with myself that I wasn't, but sorry about that. Anyway, the 5-hour energy drink. I feel the same as I did right before I took it. I don't know how long it'll take, actually. Daniel said it's instant. I'm gonna give my review on this. Let's give a full review here. So, love the packaging, as always. Like, I don't know what it is about the, like, seasonal Reese's, but they are freaking good every single time. They hit different. I think because there's not sharp edges on them. The sharp edges on the actual Reese's really throw me off. I'm just gonna be honest. Did I say we have 6.5 hours? Things are going really great. Okay, I can feel the 5-hour energy. I'm a little jittery. I don't see the jack-o'-lantern thing. I thought there was supposed to be a jack-o'-lantern design, and I don't see anything, but these melt quickly, so cheers. Incredible. Life-changing. You know, I'm not a person who licks my fingers when I eat. In fact, if you are one of those people, just know that if we ever eat together, I will be having some thoughts. I hate it, but in the circumstance of Reese's, I always lick my fingers. Always. Oh, Danny's calling me. Hold on. Hello? I'm feeling very jittery and I'm talking a mile a minute. I'm currently vlogging.
So, instant results.
Instant results. Like, I was sitting here, like I was saying 3 seconds ago, I was like, I don't think it's working yet. And then I realized how quickly I was talking and like how loud I was talking, and I was like, oh, it's working. Really, really sweet, but Daniel's been calling me like probably every hour during this trip just to check in, which is very nice of him. What was I talking about? Oh, licking the fingers. Hey, licking fingers. Okay, listen, I'm not gonna judge you for doing it. I understand the need. Oh, that's a really cute house. We would have been driving through tolls, like, I think we would have driven through like 4 tolls normally would. We're like, we could save probably about the house. We're trying to save some money. Bing! Okay, what was I saying? Like I said, it's the noise for me. And I know I'm not the only one like this. Adam is also like this. Speaking of, Adam, Nicole, and I started a podcast. I literally don't know if I've even talked about it on my channel, but that happened, and that's really exciting, and I'm stoked about it. It's so fun. Our podcast is on every podcast player pretty much imaginable. If there's a podcast player that you listen on that you don't see it on, let me know. You can DM me, or you can DM Potted Together on Instagram. I suppose you're wanting some sort of plant update. I don't really have one, I mean, it's been like 80-ish degrees like all day, which is like very, very ideal because it's not too hot and the plants is probably like, I'm guessing it's probably like 85, 90 degrees inside of the U-Haul because it does trap heat a little bit, I think. I'm not exactly sure. I should have left a temperature gauge in there. But we are going to be arriving to our house tonight in 6.5 hours, and I'm so excited. Okay, goodbye. Updated in a few hours since the 5-hour energy moment, and that moment has passed. It has passed, and honestly, the passing of that moment was not great. We're an hour away from our new home, which is incredibly exciting, but also about 2 hours ago, I genuinely thought I was going to be sick, you know. I don't know what happened, like, obviously you take something like a 5-hour energy, you're not going to be like amazing afterwards. Like, you can't expect that that's going to last forever or like make you feel awesome, but like 3.5 hours after taking it, I just felt really bad. Like, it basically happened just as it got dark. I got like really anxious, which was probably just because we were on like a 1-lane highway, or I guess like a 2-way like this, and it was dark and the semi lights are like so bright, and I feel like my vision is just like kind of sensitive because I wear glasses. I'm like still kind of recovering. I started like shaking a lot. Like, my hands started shaking, like, I don't know, not like really dramatically, but like I was shaking, and we were like, okay, probably low blood sugar. I just like asked Daniel to get me like a banana or something, which I still have not finished, but I ate half of it, and it actually helped me a lot. But now I have like really bad dry mouth, and I can't tell if that's because I've been in a car for literally 15 hours today or because of the 5-hour energy. I have no idea, but let me tell you this. I don't want to take one of those ever again. Like, as I said earlier, I don't drink coffee. I get all my own energy. Clearly today was like a unique situation where I needed some supplemental energy because I slept for 2 hours last night, and then I drove for 15 hours today, which is like a feat. Who's this? It's Daniel. Hello? Thankfully, I feel much better. I talked to Nicole on the phone, and then I talked to one of my other friends on the phone, and that really passed the time. And I feel like the last hour of a trip does go by really fast, so I'm just like ready for this to be over. I said earlier that my butt and my back have not been hurting, or maybe I didn't say that, I don't remember. They started hurting right when I started feeling sick, so maybe like my body just like came off of adrenaline and was like, this is not good. I have no idea, but in any case, we're almost there. It's time for some music. Oh my goodness. We're home. We're home, we're home.
Hey.
Hi.
I was just texting people that your mom called, asked me to let her know when we made it, and then my mom, and then...
My mom called?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then,
well, babe?
my butt hurts.
Mine too. My butt hurts, like my lower back and my butt hurts so bad. Oh my gosh.
I'm cold, huh?
I know.
Let's get the...
I know, but yay, we're here. Leo, where are we? Woo! What is this place? That's nice that there's a motion sensor light.
No.
We don't have to worry about that.
Okay. Ready?
Leo went in before me. Just proof that I'm being carried through. Sorry. Ooh, it smells great in here. Is there a light?
At least the heat's on a little bit.
Ooh, there we have light. Yeah, it doesn't feel that, like, it doesn't feel terribly.
Look bigger in the picture.
Leo is just straight up exploring. Look at this kid. What do you think, kiddo? What do you think? There is a smell. What the? Oh, I almost threw up. Can you shut that, please?
Yeah, shut it off.
I was already feeling nauseous and that did not help. Okay, good morning. We just woke up. Well, no, we did not just wake up. We woke up quite a while ago, but we are hanging out, about to leave the house again. But I wanted to show you all of the plants. I made it, and I, as of right now, have 0 casualties, which feels crazy. Everyone looks fine. I don't know how that will actually go because, like I said, a few of my cactus did get kind of crunched, but this one made it. This big tall boy, it's kind of leaning over. It's usually more like this. I honestly haven't touched the plants since we brought them in. We got here at like midnight, so we just immediately brought all the plants in and just like walked around and looked at everything, and then we went to sleep. And we honestly didn't sleep for very long, like maybe 5 hours. Really no sleep at all. But as you can see, there's a lot of light in here. Like, this lighting is really, really lovely, and our yard is just part of it. We've been walking around like out on the property, just exploring a little bit and enjoying, because it goes like back further than those trees right there. But we're starting to see the trees change, and I'm glad that we're here when it's still green. Like, the trees haven't changed just yet, but some of them are. We have a maple tree outside that's starting to turn. There was a little bit, like, obviously there's like a little bit of damage. Let me show you some of the damage. Like, that happened, that entire cactus box just like laid down and decided that it was just tired of this. And you can see this kind of damage just from things rubbing against the plant, but that is okay. That's like all cosmetic. The leaf will be a little ugly, but it's okay, it'll put out more. Yeah, all my albos are putting out a new leaf right now, and this is what happened to the new Thai constellation leaf. But if that's all that we got, if that's all that went wrong, I think we're gonna be okay. They are covered in like a thick layer of dust, but I kind of like don't want to put them through too much because they're just sort of relaxing. This box full of my like previous bathroom plants is doing amazing. They look really good, basically exactly the same as when I left, because those were in my car. My ficus haven't dropped any leaves yet, shockingly enough. The ficus that looks really bad though is my burgundy rubber tree. A bunch of the cactus fell over and were uprooted, like that one, and there was another one around here somewhere. And the babies on the, oops, I just fully stepped on that. And the babies on this Monstera deliciosa look like they might not make it. But like the rest of the leaves look really good. You know what I haven't opened yet is these boxes. Those have my greenhouse plants in it, and I haven't opened this yet. Let's open it and see what happened. I packed it super like airy so that there could still be airflow. Okay, let's see. Oh wow, they look great. A little droopy, but pretty much like nothing happened, honestly. Yeah, they're definitely like soft, but nothing crazy. Okay, these look good. They look really good. Oops, my camera's dropped. So that's the update as of right now. I don't really have much more to say. I will definitely be assessing them all individually, but I just want to give all of us some time to just chill because yesterday was a big day. Lots of driving, and I'm just really tired and feeling super not amazing. I had a bad reaction to that 5-hour energy like I talked about, and I'm still kind of recovering. So I just got pricked by the saguaro, and I feel like I'm at home again. So anyway, that's all for right now. I will definitely be giving you guys the update as they come, but these are all my houseplants. Everybody made it. We're all doing really good.